Now that he has the info.
Yeah, that was the first time we saw of it. It's something that's in the back of your mind. If you follow a lot of the Chinese Zoo meta, they do love that card. But at the same time, you know, you weren't going to win that game
with Enhanso.
You needed to get like a very good roll on both those minions to have even a modicum of a chance to win that game. So,
whoa! All right,
something to be said.
Cifka here, the MC Tech and that Reno lock.
Yeah, MC Tech's pretty big. Implosion's not bad either if you can get a pretty good roll. You just want to get the early game cards. The ideal start is Zombie Chow. Zombie Chow, Peddler.
Yeah, anything that you can play that gives you continued pressure. Now, Flame Imp here looks like a big problem, and it is, if it keeps snowballing. But as long as the minion count... Oh, hi.
Ah, yes. How could I ever forget?
Fell Cannon. I mean, the Soulfire is a really nice addition, too, or a weird addition that I'm liking more and more, just because you need to get it from Peddler in some cases, and you rarely need all your cards as Reno Log, aside from Marino. Sometimes you can throw some stuff in the mid-game that's useless.
And with that 0-2 egg, Fell Cannon feels more of a liability than anything else. Cifka's going to tap once again. Imp Gang Boss, if only he drew that instead of Sylvanas and had it flipped, would have been a much better board state. And as such, this gives Lanshengzhe another opening to get another attack in.
If he goes for the 4-minion play, that means StanCifka gets a good MC Tech. If we see Direwolf Alpha plus Abusive, there's a possibility that comes out, and then suddenly MC Tech gets something, and then you can even coil the Abusive afterwards if you're not stealing it. Interesting
so I guess
position.
The best case scenario is to steal the Direwolf?
I'd take the egg just so I can actually do what I want.
Okay.
With fair. AoE, but I guess anything is good.
That makes the most sense. So he's playing around mind control tech. I like it.
Yeah, well done. And now it looks like the Implosion is going to have to come out on the Wolf. I think it kind of has to roll 3 or higher to be even relevant. Okay.
3 or higher, you say?
Yeah, sorry about that. The or higher wasn't a necessity, but it does make the board from StanCifka very resilient here. Wow.
Fight fire with fire.
Yeah. Imps with imps.
I say.
Yeah. I think
you have 2 implosions, so it gets clunky. Would you? Nah, you wouldn't. Would you implosion your own egg?
I was thinking about doing it earlier. The thing is, you haven't seen any AoE, and it does die to Demon Wrath, unlike the demons that you have, so it's kind of a weird call to make. And this really gives Cifka a good MC Tech, which he didn't have prior to this.
Yep, so 50-50 to grab a minion of pretty decent value here.
Yep. Denying the egg is just as good as like silencing it.
Oh.
Well, he does get an imp. That's pretty cool. Everybody likes imps. Soulfire is good against Nerubians, by the way. I actually, we didn't mention this really, but it is a pretty big deal. And Zombie Cha also comes out to help reinforce this board.
Lanshengzhe, not too bad of a card to draw for the later stage of the game. So I guess Cifka is starting to really piece together a decent hand here. And where is Lanshengzhe's finishers? He's got all of his board builders, but he's really lacking in firepower right now.
And let's see if the Implosion rolls high or not at all. Yes, 4 it is. All right.
I mean, 4 is nice, but I don't think it's as big of a deal as it was if he had other minions on the board, like jugglers and another, like the Flame Imp survive.
Anything really.
Because right now, Cifka can still, like, I don't know. I feel like he's not under true threat.
And right now it looks like the eggs are trying to protect the board from a potential AoE, which is a great idea.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
That's a big time draw.
Yeah, that's a crazy draw from StanCifka, but there's no reason to do anything other than this. I mean, I guess there's an argument for...
No, there's an argument for Sylvanas.
For Sylvanas instead of Emperor, just because it actually contests the board a lot nicer. You haven't seen POs either, so you do get worried a little bit about Doom Guards coming out with Power Overwhelmings.
Okay. So he doesn't have any AoE, so Sylvanas has to control the state of the board. That's fine. He's saying that Emperor Thorson, it's not going to be one of those games where he can get value off of it and expect to survive. So he's playing not He's playing the least greedy as possible.
Yeah, and if he plays it on 7, then Alexstrasza comes right afterwards on 8, instead of playing it a turn too early or earlier than he has to. If the intent is to get Alexstrasza out, then playing it next turn or now, it doesn't really change anything.
Well, I think the intent is to play Dr. Boom next turn. And he's got many options as the game develops, right, to get there. And ultimately, Alex might not even be needed to. You know, he might even just push onto the board and might need something else. Maybe he's killing his opponent by then.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Shangzi has got
15 is quite a bit of damage, though. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And he's got 2 power on the board. Like, when your opponent has to do 8 damage, that's when you're like, okay, maybe the power overwhelming Doomguard.
Oof, all right.
You know, some of that 8 to 10 range, but
even less damage being dealt to StanCifka here. And the Owl's coming out. So how much damage is there on the board? We're looking at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. So right now StanCifka's dead to Doomguard.
Now we're talking, and that Defender of Argus onto the eggs is providing quite the headache, because Cifka can't easily pick off the proper trades here.
Would you ever go for something like Emperor Soulfire on the 2-3 to not die to Doomguard? And if Alex goes, then you go, but...
maybe Lotheb and Dark Bomb accomplish the same thing.
But you don't get to play Alex next turn, which I suspect at this stage you will need.
The very interesting thing is that even if you play Alex, the board might be big enough that it doesn't matter. You might die from 15 anyways.
Okay.
So I assume that that's not really a priority of Cifka. Crowd's really into it, man. It's midnight here, and they are absolutely fanatical about Hearthstone.
So what's happening here, then? Does the Nerubian die to Soulfire? I imagine so, and it does. Alexstrasza leaving would probably hurt a little bit. Dark Bomb is also...
pretty average result.
It hurts a little bit.
5, 7, 9. He is 4 damage off, and...
That's not it.
Can he tap into it?
He probably could. There's 2 POs and a Doomguard in that deck. Not it either.
Not it.
Ouch. That feels horrible. Yeah, that has to feel pretty bad, though.
So, because you see the Thorson, do you feel like you have to kill it off? Because if you don't kill it off and your opponent somehow stabilizes, you feel really bad, because the Thorson reduce another sweep.
Yeah, and I think the big question is, would StanCifka have been greedy enough not to play Reno in that spot if he had it?
Right.
Does he have heal bots? Like, what is StanCifka holding? We know he doesn't have any healing at the moment aside from an Alexstrasza.
Sure.
But I think the Zoo player needs to try to consider how likely it is that he can push for that last bit of damage.
Well, M-Gang Boss and Flame Imp fills out the curve here, and I feel like you just want to put your strongest minions on board as well. But he's trying to be resistant to AoE, so Haunted Creeper is his choice.
I mean, he's been playing around AoE for the entire game at this stage, but StanCifka has neither had heals nor AoE up until now. This is a decent pickup.
Whoa,
Dr.
wait,
Boom.
what?
What?
Is that a really good draw? Like, if you play Lotheb, M-Gang Boss, and
taunt up?
Fury?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
That puts 9 points of taunt onto the board.
Yeah.
You're at 18. Your opponent can't play spells. Your opponent has 6.
Yeah, the Boombot is actually a lot
10
worse.
damage.
Taunting up,
so
sadly.
he has to generate 9 off 8 mana. Yeah, I think that would keep you safe.
You've seen the Owl as well, so there's no way that somehow that gets pushed past.
Okay, so he's going to taunt up the Boom instead. It's also fine.
The Boombot is going to be able to not only tank up 1 damage, but also kill something, possibly.
It's true.
On this board, it's likely even that it does.
1 less health point, which is fine.
Oh!
Oh, man.
1,
the tap
2,
for the
3.
Doomguard for the punish.
That would be sick.
Is that lethal then?
So you
6,
Doomguard.
7, 10. That's 19 if he gets it.
Ren is not the Doomguard he's looking for. I think he was looking for like an Enhanced Meccano on the stage, like on this board.
Oh, yeah,
that would have
you're
been
right.
so sick.
Oh, my God. Enhanced Meccano.
Oh, this would have been beautiful.
Death by 1,000 paper cuts.
This is like...
The Wind Fury. This is a song of my people. So he's just going to crash in, trade. Hopefully this Boombot doesn't do too much damage to his board.
And kills the Imp. Oof. They can't attack, so...
Okay, I guess. He didn't lose like a 2-3, so...
Yeah, and StanCifka's worried about the second PO or Doomguard, or
Yep.
even the Dark Bomb, for hell's sake. But it's not there, and he's going to be able to Alex himself, which is very relevant in this
Extremely relevant in this case. It's a 10 heal that summons an 8/8.
Goodbye, defender.
Whoa.
You're not defending much anymore.
That's really big, too.
Yeah.
They shut that down.
Yeah, we're Alexing anyway. Sorry, dude. I love you,
Yeah,
Nether,
you're
but
still dead to a Doomguard. You know your opponent doesn't have it because he would have most likely played the Doomguard if he drew it with the power of overwhelming.
It's still a
But
scary
you're
thought,
asking
though.
to get punished with that kind of play.
You know what would be absolutely sick? Like an Enhancer Mechano off the top with like
Wind
3
Fury.
minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes left. Like StanCifka might just, he'll kill a 4/4 and maybe the 2/1. But still, that's a crazy.
You think you want to kill off the 4/4?
I think I trade Sylvanas. If I'm gonna Alex, I think I would, just because.
You leave 6 power on the board if you kill the Imp Gang boss and you keep Sylvanas. That might not be bad either.
Yeah, maybe keeping Sylvanas is better. I don't know.
Keeping Sylvanas is decent pressure because your opponent only has 1/1 tokens to trade into it.
I guess so, yeah. He has to trade 1 attack minions into your Sylvanas.
Yeah, but you do also reduce the most power by trading onto the 4/4. So that might not be too bad of an option.
And you've seen Enhancer, right? Like, the more minions you remove from this board, the better off you'll be.
Yeah.
So, he's considering it, though, and it's worth
fine
considering.
either way.
Yeah.
I can completely understand why he would trade into the 4/4 to avoid damage. If he wants to go for the value greedy play, he could get punished by stuff like that, you know, like the extra damage. And he taps into the enhance, so he doesn't have enough mana to do that. He would
Still,
only
a PO
have,
top deck
7.
would be pretty sick if you think about it. Like another PO.
Just 1 turn away from being able to end the game. He's close, though.
Yeah, the thing is he's afraid of Reno. He doesn't know it's not there.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can go all in on this board yet. Also, there is an Alexstrasza that happens to be knocking on your doorstep.
I feel like an 8/8 is a pretty big minion. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not an expert
and
in
you know,
big minion mechanics.
she's got a mean breath. I mean, Alexstrasza.
You
don't want to smell her coffee breath if that's what us does, you know.
Oh hi.
My God!
So you can kill the spider, twisting Nether and Giant, and even on the back of that play the M-Gang boss for 2, which keeps you safe from everything but Doomguard into Doomguard, if that's even remotely like possible, which it's not. So yeah, I think I like that. The thing is, do you sacrifice Alex? My thought is yes.
Yeah, you know, that's not too bad. Like, in the end, your quality of minions is really good, and I don't think Zoo is really truly putting you on a clock. So I think you do trade Alex. I think he can life tap as well, but he has freedom to play Imp Gang boss, so maybe Imp Gang boss. And
life tap is Doomguard PO.
Damn!
You could get runner
Look at that twisting Nether animation. Every time I look at it, man, it's sick. It's awesome.
See, I'm so happy that the card's finally seeing any play, right? Like, it used to be the case that card was essentially just...
Yeah. That card
didn't
is
exist.
dank.
Oh, man. What's coming out here?
No, it's
not
not
much.
good.
More imps.
And he taps.
Into another Doomguard. Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Okay, that is not good for Stan.
Cifka is not going to do anything.
The thing is, what happens here is that you have to tap because nothing kills you. Unbelievable owl. Let's just call it. We need an owl to come out here.
Yeah, that's so funny. Now, did he use an owl already?
Wait,
on
and Hansel Mechano could give it Wind Fury, right?
Yeah, but he couldn't get through both taunts.
That's right. He would have to go. Well, the thing is, like, you'd have to silence this guy first.
Felcan, he doesn't even want to play it because he doesn't want to attack his own taunt minion, right?
He doesn't want to do anything, but it does set up a lethal if you play it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so you might be inclined to. It kills an imp. Maybe you don't kill him, but
8, 10. No, it doesn't. It doesn't set up a lethal.
Well, you can't. He can't tap, right?
8, 12, 13, 16. Oh, so you're saying that he will tap into it?
Right.
But then
well, I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't tap into it, but my thought is.
Okay.
You're preventing him from life tapping.
He's gonna shoot one of his 1/1s.
No.
Isn't he?
That's fine, right? Tell me that's fine.
Well, now you're right, but if he plays, if he taps, he can also play Doomguard to kill off the 3 attacks, so he's still alive.
Right.
But
so he's not.
I mean,
he's not technically dead.
Barely alive, and that Sludge Belcher couldn't have come at a more opportune moment.
Yeah, I guess Reno would have also done the job, you know. Heal bot. there's a few cards in that deck that haven't come out that ought to come out at some point. Actually, yeah, it's kind of weird how StanCifka got 0 AoE and 0 healing so far.
Okay.
Aside from Alex.
Is there any combination, like, he doesn't have a second owl, does he?
I think
he already
might.
used one, though.
Ah, that helps. That's pretty okay. You can play your entire hand and get the 5 attack meter to stick.
And that means Cifka is potentially on a draw to win if he can get some kind of damage going from his hand.
I mean, he could draw to win, he could draw to heal. Is that a draw to win? Because you attack the Void Caller with the 1/2.
Tap the 1.
Juggler wrecks you.
Yeah, you don't want to get juggled, right?
So you have 8, 11, 12, 13. You've only got 13 damage, even if you use the Demon Rat. And then the Juggler might pose a problem.
I don't think there's any reason to tap. So you kill this off,
yeah,
kill
you
the
just
Doom
play
Guard.
super safe, and you don't worry too much about...
Definitely trade the Fel Cannon, and you're asking to get majorly punished here.
And the good thing is the Creeper here cannot spawn knives.
Oh, wait. Does he still have... he still has Manhandsome Mechano, right?
There is an Handsome Mechano.
So what if he gets a buff and a Manhandsome Mechano?
He doesn't have any more buffs. He's got PO. That's about it, though. Oh!
No, that's a buff!
Oh my god. No, that's only 2 damage.
It's only 2 damage.
That's a Peddler. Oh my god, Peddler! So
the dream!
No.
The Soulfire!
No!
Whoa! He gets it! Oh my goodness!
His life was on. This is a 3-way tie, Frodan. Unbelievable.